What was the incident at your high school? Someone sprayed weed eater in the shape of a clock on our school field. You can still see that shoot on Google Earth. That happened at my school, but they used white paint for a clock and balls after they used the remaining paint to make it look like it was jizzing. The school's reaction to this was to burn the grass. Yes, burning it. So for over a year you could see the jizzing dong. Location? Our school had burned to the ground in 1986 and been rebuilt. One day in 2003 my teacher ran through the door with smoke billowing in from the hallway screaming, "It's a real freaking fire. Get out." We all promptly forgot the fire drill protocols and jumped out the windows. Oh my god, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Stay freaking calm. The fine arts wing of my high school had practice rooms, soundproof, insulated, but very much see-through with glass doors and everything. You couldn't even pick your nose without at least 10 people walking by and judging you. Somehow, for some reason, there were 3 different incidents where band kids got caught fricking in them. Not 1, not 2, fricking 3 separate couples. The band director started enlisting in the help of the drumline to sit around and monitor practice room activity before, after school and during study hall periods. Why do so many band kids think fricking in the practice room is a good idea? I get it, hormones, but come on. Don't get the pool band teacher involved. There was this one guy that got expelled on the last day of school. He got caught vaping in class. The teacher told him to put away and he would forget about it. He said no. This goes back and forth with the teacher literally giving him a free pass and the kid kept saying no. Eventually the dean gets called and he says the exact same thing to the kid and the kid still says no. Eventually the dean gives him one last chance and kid still refuses to cooperate and the dean says he is expelled. The kid then freaked out and left the school, hitting a parked car on the way out. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Someone during my senior year, who was definitely not me, stole a urinal from one of the bathrooms and supposedly hid it in the school. It has never been found. That freaking thing is going to fall out of the ceiling, isn't it? I'm picturing a dude eating a sandwich when suddenly a urinal falls from the ceiling. Username checks out. Taking the Chamber of Secrets a tad literally, and you? Before homecoming, our football team burned a message into our rival's field. School name is gonna lose. The school's English department must have been so proud. Did they actually misspell lose? Oh yes. My hockey team's cheerleaders misspelled out our team nickname at least once. In about 02, a bunch of rednecks at my high school chased a black kid with a noose. That little joke cost the school district a pretty large check. Bonus 1. My school had black mold and we had classes in the suites of a racetrack for several months. Was this in Charlotte? Some kids thought it would be funny to replace a science video with a pornographic film. Our class trip was cancelled. We had a guy nicknamed Pajama Boy. Skinny dude who used to show up in sweatpants and a white shirt every day. Different shirt and pants every day, but still, he had a trend going. After being told by his mentor he should try to wear something different, he started wearing custom-made shirts with pictures of female teachers, accompanied by the caption "Blondes, brunettes, redheads are beautiful." He actually persisted through graduation. If you're reading this, bless you, Vince, you magnificent bastard. We had a kid wear hockey jerseys every day for at least an entire school year. Someone gave him shoot for it, and I'm pretty sure I saw him wearing 2 different jerseys the same day soon after. Someone shoot inside the ceiling in one of the classrooms. Nobody knew who did it, and, as this was a military school and nobody would confess, we all got punished. Severely. How do you physically pull this off? Yeet the shoot. Literally. What the frick is with the military and phantom shooters? Metal Gear Solid V. The phantom shoot. Some mean girls lured another girl to the beach, saying they were just skipping class to go hang out at the beach. But instead, they beat her up and set her hair on fire. The 3 mean girls were arrested and sent to juvenile detention for a year, and they were all held back a year from high school. The girl who was assaulted moved out of town. All of this because of boys. She was apparently flirting with one of the mean girls' boyfriends. So dumb. Hey, she flirted with my boyfriend, let's set her freaking hair on fire. I think you can use something more than mean. Girl came to school wasted and was expelled. Not her first offense obviously. She got on the intercom on her way out and let us all know how she felt about it. I happened to be in class with her brother at the time. Haha. Good times. She got on the intercom on her way out and let us all know how she felt about it. Do you remember anything she said? Specifically? How long did the announcement last? Sorry if I'm asking so many questions, but that story about her going on the intercom after getting expelled just raised so many questions. I have no idea to this day what those two Italian ladies were singing about. Truth is, I don't want to know. Some things are better left unsaid. I'd like to think they were singing about something so beautiful, it can't expressed in words, and it makes your heart ache because of it. I tell you, those voices soared higher and farther than anybody in a grey place dares to dream. It was as if some beautiful bird had flapped into our drab little cage and made these walls dissolve away, and for the briefest of moments, every last man in Shawshank felt free. Student hung himself after his mum died. Damn. Did he do it on campus? Yes, sadly. Everything was so dark during the following months. Biology teacher had a mental breakdown during class. It was a kid's birthday, so when everyone started singing happy birthday he threw the board eraser at them and yelled at them to shut up. He then took the cake from them and ran out. He was later found at a nearby Walmart and we didn't see him again that semester. He came back the following year with a much calmer attitude. Of all the stories here, I think this one really takes the cake. Excuse me while I go kill myself. Junior year, the seniors hotboxed the entire third floor and a freshman got arrested for prostitution. A guy accidentally shot his friend in the back of the head. Both were pretty popular, white, upper income bracket, if any of that is relevant. The victim didn't die right away and was on life support for about 2 weeks before the parents pulled the plug. Everyone pretty much accepted that it was a total accident. Just two teens sitting by the lake playing with dad's handgun that they found and trying to see how it worked. The shooter pulled out of school for the rest of the year and came back after the summer. He was met with a lot of support, but by the end of the first day, some kid made a comment or joke to him about it and he freaking lost it. Just went crazy, crying and screaming at the kid. After that, he transferred to another school. A girl had a stillborn baby in the bathroom and decided to just throw it in the trash and walk away. Where do I even start to question? I don't even know. It was bad. We were coming back from a field trip and saw a news helicopter and joked that it was probably at our school. Turns out it was. It wasn't addressed in school by the administration, but everyone knew, because it made the news. The girl was 14, so it was just sad all around. What happened to the girl after? I don't know, but after doing a quick search of articles from that time, it looks like things were worse than I was told. Remember, I was enrolled in a middle school program at the high school, so I didn't really pay too much attention at the time, because 12 years old, too young to fully comprehend the full gravity. But it turns out the baby was born. She drowned it and then dumped it in the trash. I don't think she ever came back to school and the news articles I found don't say what happened to her, but being 14 years old at the time, I'm sure a lot of police, child protective, and other stuff went down. This also was probably the worst thing, but here are two other very significant things that went down at the school over its relatively short history. 1. During a locker check for security reasons, a sawed-off shotgun and pistol were found in one student's locker. 2. Our band choir director was found to be molesting certain boys over the years. This was really bad as the choir in particular was something our school was rather known for. They even performed with the president once. Some aunt threw a dildo at someone. That aunt might have been me. Intrigued, tell me more. Came out as B to a couple of friends. He overheard it and started rubbing up against me and telling me that he wants my dong. As a joke, I hatched a plan to plant a dildo in his locker with a little note. Didn't work. Just chucked it at him while yelling at him to go frick himself. Worth every second of detention I got for it. Football linebacker punched a special needs student in the face for looking at him funny. Another student used his backpack full of textbooks as makeshift flail and nearly broke the linebacker's arm. Said special education student may or may not have been my younger brother. Student who went medieval on that punk's ass with a backpack may or may not have been me. Police were called, and it was determined that somehow, despite 40 people seeing the flailing, no one saw the punching that took place less than 10 seconds beforehand. Also, the school's $2.2 million security system with cameras mysteriously wasn't recording from the 3 cameras which have seen this. Mother of the 2 students being faced with expulsion spent 45 minutes in the principal's office with the school resource officer and the bus driver who witnessed the events. People could hear her in the cafeteria, through 4 rooms, and about 50 feet away total. Students were not expelled. Principal flinched whenever students' mother came for events and passed him. Students learned their mother was a true badass. Right on. Frick those motherfrikers. Congrats for sticking up for your brother. That a-hole linebacker deserved it. He did, but honestly I'm surprised more people didn't get shocked by the fact my school spent $2.2 million on a security system. I know the parents of the special ed kids were pretty pissed, since the money could have been used to build a permanent building for the spec education class so they won't be in the hard to heat, cool temp buildings for another year.